Well, good morning and welcome back to Devoted Faith. Now, about 6 years ago, I was up north hunting in the Maine big woods way up north with a couple of friends. And I eventually came across a pretty good deer trail, and so I split off from my friends and I began following the trail. But I soon became so focused on this trail and the hopes of seeing a deer up ahead that I got turned around and I couldn't remember the way back to the truck. Now, as it got quieter and darker, I soon began feeling really lonely, and I became anxious because I didn't know where I was, and I really didn't want to spend the night alone in the woods. Now, fortunately, I had a compass, so I was able to pull that out and slowly find my way back to the road, and that led me to the truck. You know, it's so nice when you're going through a difficult time or when you feel lost to be comforted by somebody and know that you're not alone. And we see this with the disciples because at this juncture in the book of John that I'm working through, they didn't quite understand why Jesus was saying that he must leave them. And because of that, they grew anxious and they didn't want him to leave. But Jesus knew how lost and confused they were, and so he comforts them with these words found in John chapter 14. He says, "I will ask the Father, and he will give you another helper, so that he may be with you forever. The helper is the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it does not see him or know him. But you know him because he remains with you and will be in you." So as believers, the Holy Spirit's alive and well in us. And we need to realize that we see the world differently than unbelievers because the scales have been removed from our eyes. However, the Holy Spirit isn't just the moral compass that points us in the right direction as we walk through life. It's all encompassing, and it should show up in every aspect of our lives. In fact, the Holy Spirit is what allows Christ to live through us. So the more we allow him to soak into our lives, the more Christ appears in our responses and interactions with others. And those interactions are what allows unbelievers to see the hope and change in us. You know, whenever we feel lonely or lost, we can pray and listen and follow his direction, knowing that the Holy Spirit's promptings are from God, and he'll never lead us astray. So this week, I want to just encourage you to be guided by the Holy Spirit and take comfort that he is the helper in our lives. God bless.